How to use WhatsApp marketing for a business. Now, if you're still relying only on email or social media to reach your customers, you are leaving a massive opportunity on the table because right now, one of the most powerful marketing channels is not flashy, is not new, and definitely is not complicated. It's WhatsApp. Now, with billions of active users worldwide, WhatsApp has quietly become one of the most direct, high conversion communication tools available to businesses. Now, where your messages might get ignored or social media where algorithms decide your reach, WhatsApp puts you directly in front of your customer. But here's the catch. Most businesses are using it completely wrong. They either spam messages, treat it like email, or don't use it at all beyond basic replies. And that is exactly why they don't see the results. So, in this full tutorial, we're going to break down how to properly use WhatsApp marketing from setup to strategy, automation, broadcasting, and scaling. Now, by the end of this video, you will not only understand what WhatsApp marketing is, you will know how to turn it into a serious revenue channel. Now, to start things off, let's understand WhatsApp business versus the regular WhatsApp. Now, before you do anything, you need to understand one thing clearly. There is a big difference between the WhatsApp business platform and the WhatsApp regular platform. Now, the standard app is built for personal communications. It works, but it is limited. WhatsApp business, on the other hand, is quite specifically designed for businesses. It's going to give you tools like business profiles, automated messages, catalogs, labels, and even analytics. Now, this isn't optional. If you're serious about marketing, you need to be using WhatsApp Business. It instantly makes your communication look so much more professional, and more importantly, it gives you the right structure, which is quite critical when you're scaling. Now, what we're going to do is two things. You can either do this completely on your phones, which I'm going to emulate right here using BlueStacks. Or what you can do is you can come right over to your laptop or your browser. Now over here, as you can see, you can go over to the business app and see the features, or even go to the business platform. Now, this is for medium to large businesses communicating with customers at scale through pragmatic access. Okay. Now, the WhatsApp Business app is for small businesses who personally manage conversations with customers. So obviously, I would prefer that you do use the app if you want to simply market. Okay. So to get started, you can simply come over here, and this is where you're going to add in your details that you're going to add later on in the app as well, of course. So you can fill out the form that they give you where you're going to add in your name, your email, your job role, company name, and all the, general things that are needed to know. Now, let's say if you're on your phones. So the first and foremost thing you're going to want to do on your mobile phone is you're going to make sure to download WhatsApp Business. Now, of course, you do have the plain old WhatsApp because everyone has that on their phones nowadays, which is the regular WhatsApp. You're going to want to make sure to go to your Google Play Store, okay? And you're going to hit search. And in the search, we're going to obviously look up for WhatsApp Business, okay? Now, you're going to search that up. And there is a big difference in the normal WhatsApp and the business WhatsApp app, even in the logo. The business WhatsApp app will have a plus sign on the top of it. Normal WhatsApp will not have that. So you're simply going to go ahead and install this for yourself. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, right? Now, the first thing you're going to do when you open the WhatsApp Business app up is obviously it's going to configure you through. So we're going to click on agree and continue. Now it says link this device to your WhatsApp Business account. Okay. So what you can do is you can open WhatsApp on your primary phone, your Android or whatever you have, and you can register it here, or you can register for a totally new account just as so. Now over here, you're going to choose your phone number that you want to register with. You're going to add in your phone number as so. Once you add in your phone number, you're simply going to hit next. Once you hit next, obviously WhatsApp will need to verify the specific phone number of yours. Okay. So we're simply going to wait for things to load up. Now it says this phone number is already registered with WhatsApp. Would you like to continue and move this phone number to WhatsApp Business, or would you like to edit the number? So of course, we're going to hit continue right here. And once you do that, as you can see, WhatsApp is going to request a code from you. So I just got the code on my phone. The code is 499040. Now, once we add that in, as you can see, WhatsApp is going to go through with this verification. And once everything is good to go and properly verified, WhatsApp will take us straight to the business center. Now, that is where the onboarding is going to come in because you're going to want to create your proper business profile over here. Okay, so as you can see, it's connecting right here. And once it's efficiently connected, this is where the business profile comes in. Now, in this section, first of all, it's going to go ahead and onboard you things. You can go ahead and back your things up onto your Google storage data place. But right here, first of all, we're going to go ahead and enter our business name. Now, your business name shouldn't be your own name. Your business name should be the name of the business you're running. So let's say if we want to market a restaurant, you can put that in. If you want to market an application, you can put that in. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and market my event and I'm going to call it Volume 0. Okay. Now, once we do that, we're going to click next from here on out. Now, once you click next, it says select your business category. So here it says you can choose up to 3 categories to show on your business profile. So you're going to hit see more categories, and this is where you can search up the categories for yourself. Now, the categories could be literally anything. It could be IT, it could be restaurant, it could be retail. You can simply search those up and those should appear over here. Now, once they appear here, you can, select those specific categories to show on your profile. And of course, once you've gotten all those categories down and nailed for yourself, from there on out, once you've selected all of them, of course, you're going to move on to the next step. So right here, let's say I'm going to go with arts and entertainment. Let's go with that and click on next. Then add your business hours. So this obviously is pretty subjective. You can choose whatever you want. I'm going to go with always open, or you can go with open for selected hours. Click on next. Let's go with open on Friday. Let's go with Saturday, and let's go with Sunday. Now, let's say on Friday, it will open up at, let's go with 4 p.m. and it will go up to 10 p.m. Okay. Then you're going to do the same over here on Saturday. Let's say it opens up at 2 p.m. and it goes up till 12 p.m. So just like this, you can set things through for yourself. Click on next. Once you click on next, over here, they're going to tell you to add a profile photo. So of course, go ahead and add a profile photo that is going to work efficiently for your branding. It's, whatever is going to work better for your brand and how the things look on your brand page. So over here, it's obviously going to open up your, basic section of images. So do make sure to go ahead and add a proper photo for yourself. Now, once you've done that, you're simply going to go ahead and here it says more ways to find you. Add an address or a region. Okay, so this is where you can add your address accordingly. Okay, so let's say we're going to add that. And now you can add your very own website as well. So let's say we're going to go ahead and write for now, let's just write youtube.com and let's go with /volume 0. Now we're going to hit next. Once you hit next, from here, you can see that your profile is the most important first impression that customers will want. If it looks incomplete or unprofessional, trust will drop immediately. You want to add the correct business name, correct description, address, email, and website, but don't just fill this randomly. Your description should clearly explain what you do and how you help your customers. Keep it simple but specific. Then comes your profile image. This should be your logo or a clean brand image, not a random photo. Once this is done, you have already separated yourself from 80% of businesses using WhatsApp absolutely casually.
Now, here again, I can't stress upon the fact that your description will be very important because it tells potential customers what you do and why they should properly choose you. So do make sure to don't half-ass this. You do need to make sure that this is accurate. Then once you've added your email and everything is done, your business profile is going to finish setting up because everything is good to go. Everything is gone, okay? So once that is done, here, as you can see, it says create a catalog, set up your WhatsApp mobile front, offer better browsing, show what you're selling right in WhatsApp, share your offerings, send your items or entire catalogs in chats, and get started fast. So we're going to hit on get started. Now, this is where you start building things. So firstly, we're going to click on add new item. Okay. This basically creates catalogs which you can add items to. Now, obviously, the marketing depends entirely on you on what kind of marketing we're willing to do. Okay. So over here, let's say we're going to open up our camera and we're going to click an image. Now, once the image has been clicked, we're going to go ahead and send this over to the people over at WhatsApp. Now, you're going to scroll down and you're going to start adding the item details. Okay. So you can call it pretty much anything. Let's say I'm going to call it a mic. You can add in the price. Then there is the sales price. Once you've added that, you have the description and country of origin. That is definitely something that is really important so people know what they're getting into, and hit save. Now, once you have hit save, as you can see, it will go ahead and start sending it through. Now, obviously, you're going to add products for yourself, obviously, in the case that you want to market products. Okay. But if you want to market a specific event for that, first and foremost, you need to build your customer list. Okay. This is the part where most people mess up. They think WhatsApp marketing means collecting random numbers and blasting messages. Now, that's the fastest way to get yourself blocked. Instead, you need permission-based growth. Your goal is to build a list of people who actually want to hear from you. This can be done through your website, social media, or even in store by asking customers to opt in. So for example, you can offer something valuable, a discount, exclusive content, or early access in exchange for joining your WhatsApp list. The key here is going to be intent. Okay. And you're going to make sure that the custom list you create needs to be for the people that feel expected. Now, once you do all of that, that changes everything. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful features, broadcasting. Okay. Now, broadcasting is really shunned upon because most people don't really know how it works and how you're going to do it. So, to create a broadcast, again, you can do that through the list by simply going ahead and creating a custom list out of your contacts. Okay. And you can even, go ahead and add them as specific names. You can add people or proper groups into it. And these are all the names and groups that can go in and get added into that section. Now, people will only receive your broadcast if they have your number saved. And that means your relationship with your audience matters. If they don't trust you enough to save your number, your reach drops instantly. So before you even think about broadcasting, focus on building that specific connection. And when used correctly, broadcast messages can actually feel personal, direct, and highly effective. But do know this, if you misuse them, they will get ignored or worse, reported. And that is definitely not something that we want for ourselves, right? Now, let's get into the core of WhatsApp marketing, which is going to be the messages that you're going to be sending. Okay. So the messages you're going to send are obviously, first of all, the greeting message. So when a customer messages you for the first time after 14 days of no activity, you can send a greeting message to them. So thank you for contacting Volume 0. Please let us know how we can help you. Now, you could change this to whatever you want. It obviously depends on you. However you want to work it through, you can do that. And however you add it, you're going to go ahead and click OK. And you can also keep recipients, who receives your greeting message. It depends on you, and do make sure to always save changes before you walk out. Then there is away messages, which is the automatic reply. Okay, these are things you want to set up to keep your marketing engaging and better. Now, WhatsApp is not email. Long formal messages do not work here. Instead, your messages should feel natural, conversational, and quite direct. Now, you're not writing a newsletter, you're sending a message. So start with something that grabs the attention of the audience. So even if you want to go ahead and advertise something, you are going to want to make sure that you have a proper campaign of it, and you write a proper message regarding it. Now, timing also matters. Sending messages at the wrong time can reduce engagement significantly. You want to reach people when they're most likely to respond. And one more thing, do not over message. If you constantly send messages, people will mute or worse, block you. So keep your communications absolutely meaningful. Now, let's actually go ahead and get into some automation, because this is where things are going to get interesting for you. As your business grows, replying manually to everyone becomes impossible. That's where these types of automations come in, like your greeting message, away message, and quick replies. Now, this ensures that customers always get a response even when you're not available. But here's the key: automation should feel human. If your response feels robotic, it will kill the engagement, so keep your tone natural, even in automated replies. The goal is efficiency, not losing connection. Then, obviously, one of the most underrated features is going to be your catalog, because you can showcase your products or services directly inside of WhatsApp. This turns your chat into a mini store. Customers can browse items, check details, and make decisions all without leaving the app. And in 2026, convenience wins. The fewer steps between interest and purchases, the higher your conversion rate. Okay. And of course, these are things that can also allow you to boost something. Now, Facebook ads can only be created for items that are visible in your catalog. Now, let's say we have this item, right? For each item that you put out, the item will be reviewed. So WhatsApp will actually go ahead and review it. So if it sees anything wrong in it, it will flag it as wrong, and you won't be able to, basically boost it or create ads about it. Then when it comes to actually creating ads on something, like let's say we go ahead and we choose some type of specific media to, create an ad on. So let's say, even if you don't want to create an ad on a catalog item, you can go ahead and upload photo or take a new photo or video and create a catalog out of that. Okay. And it's not necessary that you need to have a catalog out of everything on your store. It could be about one specific product. It could be a specific image that you can create a catalog of. It's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. And when it comes to the general marketing, this is the type of marketing you will do. So you're simply going to click on next on what you're going to offer. Choose who should actually see your ad. Okay. So what you can do is you can choose the audience. If you have a custom list, you can choose that. If you want specific people to see it, you can choose that. Or if you want to just send it to all contacts, which again, I would not specifically recommend. But, once that is done, you can simply go ahead and choose the audience. Okay. You're going to click next from here. Now, this is where you decide the budget for your marketing. How much do you want it to be marketed on, how much, phase of days. The more budget you have, obviously, the more your product or the more your marketing is, likely to be better. More engagement will be seen, more people will be, basically reached out, and more goals and insights will be seen. So that's the whole point of doing WhatsApp marketing. Now, let's be honest, most businesses do fail at this because of a few simple mistakes. First of all, the one thing that I've been explaining since the start of the video. Now, if you've been ignoring WhatsApp as a marketing tool, now's the time to change that. Start small, build your list properly, focus on value, and scale from there. If you found this guide useful, make sure to subscribe, because we are breaking down more strategies like this that actually work in today's world. And if you want, I can create a full step-by-step guide where we build a WhatsApp marketing system from scratch. So that is it for this video. If this was helpful, drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be seeing all of you wonderful people in the very next video. Have a great day. I'm going to see you all next time. Goodbye.